8 times in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, look who it is that was talking when we started.
I know. I broke.
He gave him look. He gave the
I broke the rule.
Oh no, that ain't the pot calling the kettle black.
what?
Guys, welcome to another installment of
Something crazy.
you didn't.
Just the same.
We are doing a run it back.
Oh man,
This is probably our final installment of Run It Back as far as regards to the MCU. Going one at a time through all of the films of the MCU. We've made it here to our Endgame.
Oh,
Let's set the stage real quick. I've got Uncle Nephew Shane. He's checking his tweets. Looking cute. I have the smooth, sultry sounds of Brother Marcus.
what it do?
Everybody likes saying what it do.
Out of the corn dog region. March Madness is over, but I said
Out of the
corn dog.
what?
This one is a corn dog region. Hot dog. Corn dog. Out of the corn dog region is hot dog ball.
hello.
Out of the corn.
And over there in our lounge area, we've got Big A, Austin himself. He's over there hanging. Hello, Austin.
What's going on, everybody?
How are you?
Hey,
Call me the
dude.
Kid. That's
Are
my
you-
nickname also. You can call me Kid.
Yeah.
Because I have my baby face.
Yeah.
Are you relaxed?
I am. It's in the lounge. Pretty chill.
It's a chill area.
Chill
The
area.
baby-faced assassin, right?
Don,
there, baby.
the baby-faced assassin.
What did you say we could call you, Kit?
No, Kid.
Kid.
Oh, Kid. I was like Knight Rider.
Like Knight Rider. Kid. Shane and Donovan have been known to sleep over in that area.
Pretty comfy.
I'm
Pretty
just
comfy.
letting you know if you nod off, we'll wake you up,
Just yell at
guys.
Go ahead.
We are at the end game. I wanted to talk to you guys about. I feel like I was doing a little Donald Trump thing. We're at the end game. What were your guys' thoughts of Avengers Endgame? The first thing you saw, what you thought, your reaction, Shaney.
I was worried at first just because half of the MCU has disappeared. So I was like,
They got snapped.
They were snapped out of existence. They were blipped out of existence. So I was a little bit worried and nervous. Can this movie? Because before I even seen it, I heard the movie was 3 hours long. So I'm just like, can this build up after the emotions that we got from Infinity War? Can this movie live up to the hype of closing this out and actually bringing a satisfying conclusion and ending to this story? And I gotta say it did. I think I was mostly pleased about what they did and how they did it. The fact they took Scott Lang was, I was like, Scott Lang is back and he's out of the quantum realm, and
A time heist.
it was a time heist, the time heist angle of the whole thing. Can I buy it? Am I buying this? And I could say I bought it. And the thing I enjoyed the most out of it is the final fight with Thanos when everybody comes back.
Yes.
I thought that was truly the most satisfying thing about it, especially when Cap, Iron Man,
Yes.
Thor.
and Thor,
The big three.
the big three get down. You know what I mean? When that happened, that was very entertaining to watch.
Right.
And I could watch that all day.
You
There's only
you
one
can do this
misstep.
all day.
Yeah. There's only one. I could do this all day. There's only one
figured it out.
I know. There's only one thing that made me a little bit skeeved out.
Okay.
Is the chick section of the film where
They're doing
all,
like the A-Force.
boy, that was rough.
Version of she's not alone. It's like you have
That
never been on
was
screen
rough.
together.
Yeah,
None
that
of you
was
have been on
rough.
screen together.
Yeah. Do you guys even know each other?
That was a little rough, but other than that, everything else was pretty great.
They're running blocker for Captain Marvel. Like, why are you protecting her? She could kill everybody.
Yeah,
Right,
especially Wanda. I thought Wanda was amazing.
Yeah, Wanda
She
was
almost took
killing
care
it.
of Thanos herself.
He said, "How do you know who you
I'll
are?"
get
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Um,
I still
Brother Marcus.
Yes. So echoing everything that Shane said, I mean, it was truly a great movie. I did not. Oh, yes, truly. Yeah, not
This is
sponsored.
empty.
Sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored. Anyway, it was a great movie. I happen to not have seen it in the theater, so I didn't get that experience. I saw it.
Why not?
That's tragic.
Because I was not even close into comics then when that came out.
Really?
I've only been in comics since maybe 2019.
Wow.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
What a revelation.
Yes. Yes.
I would never believe this.
You wouldn't.
or
yeah.
think this.
Yeah. Yeah, but the combination of
knowledgeable.
but the combination of bad preachy television
Yeah.
and the pandemic,
That'll get
I was
you.
like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start reading again. I've always been a reader, but I read prose. I always read novels. I always read stuff like that. But anyway, so for me, I saw it, basically home theater, and it was very good. I honestly, the only bad thing or the one thing that I didn't like about it is the length. It was too long. I didn't, I wish there was maybe a way that they could have like sped up some of that, going back and forth, Thor visiting his mother and all that, and then Cap. I like the Cap with his dad. That was very nice.
Yeah.
But a lot of some of that stuff was going on. It could have either been kind of abridged or sped up or something. And it would have been a lot. I think it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, the last fight was very satisfying.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Everyone kind of got some camera time. Everyone kind of got some hits in. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that has probably been the most relevant Ant-Man has been in the whole entire Marvel Studios existence.
Yeah.
I mean, him growing. First him getting out of the quantum realm and figuring out what the heck was going on. Then on top of that, growing large and punching spaceships at the end battle, and rescuing the three of our big heroes, Hulk and everyone, handing them out and serving them to the war. It was.
Sorry, Marcus, we're 12 years old.
Quan is a child.
We're all 12.
I'm sure he
wasn't even.
He gathered.
I personally didn't mind the length.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
But anyway, so
laughing.
In terms of like hitting all those, like it was very good fan service and probably the best way because it not only served the fans well, but it also served the people who were the casual watchers, which was me at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So, so it was very good. And I mean, Captain America, Thor.
Yeah.
I mean those two guys.
Their sadness between Black Widow and Captain America, and everybody's sadness at the beginning was really good acting.
You could feel it. You could feel it, and that was a great movie. And sadly, it feels like we haven't gotten that again.
That was a follow-up thing.
The bar has been set high with that. Yeah. And that's both good and bad. Like, okay, it gave us a sort of like baseline parameter to start judging these films from now on, but at the same time, that takes some of the fun out of watching these films because we can't enjoy movies that are like one-offs like Shazam or whatever without putting it, viewing them through that lens.
Yeah, we've been preconditioned.
Exactly. And I think that does all the movies a disservice, whether it's Marvel, DC, any comic book movies, because then if you try, now if you try to go back and watch like the old Blade movies or any of the, older movies that were just licensed, the Ang Lee version of the Incredible Hulk or any of those, now you're going to be looking at those from that prism, the new prism, and you're not going to, it's going to take away from what you remember as a kid growing up watching those movies and thinking, hey, these are great. We see that now with the Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah. Everyone comparing it to the old one, and it's like, no, don't compare the animated movie with the live action. There's no comparison. There's no comparison. It doesn't deserve to be compared to those two because those are two different eras. Sure. It was a jokey, half-cocked sort of movie, live action movie that came out in the early 90s. Yeah. So
just bad.
It was bad all the way. It was bad, but as a kid, we didn't know any better. It was something fun. You moved on. You just watched the movie and had fun, and hopefully you had your girlfriend with you or whatever. To enjoy it.
Corn dog, hot dog.
Corn hot.
Corn hot.
That was a roller coaster.
Corn hot.
Because anyways,
big dog.
I really like a lot of the same things Shane and Marcus said. I forgot Marcus.
Oh my God!
I really enjoyed this movie.
Why?
I almost called him Donovan. But I love this movie. I
I'm
think
wearing the wrong
it's
size shirt.
as great a follow up to Infinity War as you could possibly get. I remember when they started like kind of telling you like in trailers what was going to happen, because after Infinity War, what I didn't want them to do was solve it with time travel. That is not what I wanted them to do, because that opens up a big door of like nonsense. But they did it in a
What
really,
did they do?
Yeah, but they did it in a really satisfying way, in a way that doesn't just leave them to willy-nilly travel everywhere. There's consequences to it. And I really enjoyed that. And the fight with Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America is my favorite fight in the entire
it's
series. I
amazing,
love it. It builds in such an incredible way off the other movies, or even just itself when Captain America grabs the hammer. And now the only part in the final battle I don't like is when Wanda and Captain Marvel both individually seem like they can take Thanos on their own. And that, to me, undermines the fight with the three of them and Thanos. It makes Thor, Iron Man, and Cap look like pushovers when we have just these one. And it did to me. I was watching it and I was like,
No.
You've got a huge Captain Marvel fan.
yeah, I
right
know. All right. The biggest one. And I was like, oh, well, if these characters could handle him on his own, why are we even doing this 3-on-1 fight?
Right.
Wanda was doing it out of just sheer.
Why didn't she just go
passion.
after him first?
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyways, I didn't love that part, but everything else about the movie
good
I really
breakdown
enjoyed. And like, because when Batman versus Superman came out, I remember watching trailers going, please don't do Doomsday. This is going to be a huge mistake. It's going to be a disjointed film. And I was right. And then going into Endgame. And then
You
going
and everybody.
And I was right.
I was going into Endgame and I was like, please don't do time travel. It's going to be a wormhole of nonsense and this, that. And I was wrong. It was incredible. And they did it in such a.
You don't like
satisfying-
nonsense wormhouse?
No, I don't. But I thought it was
dual
great.
travel. They
It was
used
fantastic.
It was dual
I
travel.
can't wait to play that back on you. Doomsday's in that film, and I knew it was going to be a disaster. That was right. Imagine that. I
Look at
was right.
Frankie.
And check.
Check and check. Me. Hot dog.
I think you get my point.
Yeah.
But I loved the length, actually.
Wow. Okay.
And I liked it when Ant-Man got big.
I need.
Hey!
Listen, I need to get away from this table. Austin,
here. Hey.
please help us.
What's going on?
Hey, Austin.
Kid from Knight
What'd I
Rider.
say?
Hey,
Hit
what's
us up.
So, Endgame, I loved it. I remember I saw it with you in Phoenix.
Aw.
Like right when I was finishing college.
We saw it that weekend, the weekend you finished school.
Yeah,
We're headed
with
back.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
In Phoenix, and it was just I was really excited for it. I didn't know. I don't read the comics, so I had no idea what was happening. I didn't read anything. I didn't look at any spoilers. I just went into it like Infinity War was amazing. Let's see what happens. And it was just one of the best movies I've ever watched. Like I can remember like the experience I had when they all came out of the portals. See,
that's
right.
The Avengers theme song
That's the
came out. I was
magic.
like, I still have like, I get like ooh, this is like so cool. Even when I watch it on Disney Plus, it's like, oh, this is just so cool.
You get
Like,
goose flesh?
I get goose flesh.
You get the goose flesh.
And then the only one thing I wish they did more at the beginning was show more of like the chaos that happened with the blip. They didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
with
that would have been
It
cool.
was kind of been cool. Like they saw it with the post-credit scene with Infinity War, with the plane crashing, the helicopter into the building, but that was about it. They didn't really
Nick
show any
Fury
of that.
sending the distress call.
Yeah, so I
To
kind of
Shane's girl.
I hope they. I wish they showed more of that, but everything else I really like. Everyone else, what they said, I agree with. Cap getting the hammer was pretty awesome. Seeing that was
Did you freak out like when what's Hank's wife's name?
Janet.
Janet.
Janet Van
When
Dyne.
not Hawkeye's wife. I'm sorry.
Laura?
Oh,
Yeah.
Where he's
Oh, they called? They
yeah, the
called?
call
That was
comes
crazy.
in.
And the kids,
that was
everybody's
crazy.
gone.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy, man. I was
That's
like,
right, because
oh,
that was the
yeah.
opening. It was like really like, what is going on?
Yeah, man.
That was nuts.
That kind of pulled at the heartstrings. a little bit.
Yeah. that
And
was-
then of
it
course
was crazy.
Iron Man at the end when he got the
Great.
gauntlet and said, "I am Iron
Oh,
Man." That snapped.
man.
Well, at
time he
first,
thought about
before
somebody
that,
else.
I thought it was going to end like the credits. He snaps, Thanos does, and that's the end of the movie.
And the end of the movie.
And then they have to, you have to
The
wait for
time he
another
thought
movie.
about
I
someone
thought
else.
that was going to happen.
Did you like
sorry.
that play though when they're rolling the credits and they would always say so and so will return for like a sequel?
Yes.
And they at the end of Infinity War it just says Thanos will return.
Yeah.
That's the only person they
Yeah.
mention. It says Thanos will return.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't confirm anybody else coming back. It was like,
See, that was
kinda
the
cool.
magic. Like, as a casual fan, you Austin,
It's
you,
peak MCU.
yeah, you could not like.
I was having the best time, like one of the best experiences ever in the theater. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Right. And you didn't, like you said, you weren't into the comics yet or
Nope.
anything. So I mean, that's the magic. That's the magic of
And that's
those
what they need
three
to
films.
bring, yeah.
And you have to have that. You just have to Marvel, DC,
Whoever.
whoever.
Yeah.
You have to have that
Bring
magic.
back
you
the
have
Russo
to,
brothers.
you still
Yeah.
still have to make a good film. Period.
No, I agree with
Is that
you.
the answer? Bring back the
I think so.
Russo
Secret Wars. They
brothers.
always want to do Secret Wars.
Like
Yeah, they're interested in doing Secret Wars, but I think they've got people
man.
connected to that. I think the Shang-Chi director is
He's doing the first
He's
one.
going to do. He's doing Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
right.
I'm excited for that.
I don't know if they have it started yet for who's going to be doing Secret Wars, but the guy who wrote the screenplay,
grumbling.
this is
Grumbling from
Loveness,
Marcus.
is Jeff Loveness, the guy who wrote the screenplay
I'm
for
not excited for that.
Ant-Man Quantumania, is the guy who's writing the screenplay or doing the first script treatment for
King Dynasty.
Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that might be a pass
time will
for
tell.
me.
One of the
think?
things that the moment that stuck out to me, we've got to get out of here.
You have to watch
One of the moments that I want to mention, two things for Endgame. I watched Endgame on Thursday night. We went to go see it at Galaxy Theater.
Oh wow.
With Adam and everything. We're watching
Yep.
in 3D. We're all just like staring at the screen. It was like, I don't want to watch.
It was a great
3D, but
time.
It was like, yeah, it was great. It was a great time. And then 2 days later, I was in Arizona with the Variant and Big A, and we're watching it as like luxury theater, got the feet up and whatever else. We had already all seen it. We were all just like, but still just like the chills and whatever.
enjoying
The
it.
only
Yeah.
thing that for the Endgame that bothered me is that Cap does not yell Avengers Assemble as he did in the comics. He says assemble, and then everybody's like, "Ah!" losing their minds, whatever. That's the only thing that bothered me about the movie. Otherwise, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved Endgame. I thought that it was a great. It is peak MCU. It is a great rallying cry for everything that you're getting to see for 10 years worth of films
this is it.
being built up into this one moment, a showdown of all of these characters being like fanned out. Is like
When
we
Black
needed
Panther-
more people. Like
Yeah.
Wong is like you wanted more.
Yeah, when Black Panther comes out,
Oh my
and
gosh,
they're
dude.
doing the
That's
chant.
swag. That's
when
swag,
they're
boy.
doing
All
the
right.
chant, you're going,
All
oh
right.
boy, like
Oh my
dude.
gosh,
But
bro.
see, even before that, like
So dope.
that build up with Captain America, you know, he's fighting to his last breath,
Yeah.
and then on your left, and then
Oh, man.
that just jolts me.
And you've
Just
seen all the
like,
videos of the audience reactions and stuff like that. It's like, it just
man.
gives you
was
chills,
just
man, all
brilliant.
over again.
magic.
Since we don't got Sonny here to do it, Frank, out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
A 9.
Paul, 8.5 out of 10. Marcus,
9.5.
9.5. Shane,
That's up there.
Austin,
9. I gave it a 9.
Austin.
9.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.5.
Quan, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right. Now, is it your favorite MCU film? All right.
Quan's favorite.
Wow.
I like it.
There you have it.
Okay.
It's great. I mean, it's cool when you get through all of these films and you get to the end of it, these phases,
so
and it just
satisfying,
man. Hits it. I mean, it's like, dude,
It's amazing.
this is so good.
Yes, sir.
As far as the MCU goes, guys, I mean, we've kind of wrapped on the MCU films for the most part. We're going to be taking a couple of weeks off as far as the Run It Back goes. And then on May the 4th, we'll be recording our first Run It Back for Star Wars. We'll be talking about the original, the one that started it all.
Watch all these again.
Episode 4, A New Hope.
Both of us got to watch them.
On May the 4th, we'll be talking about that. So
That series
I'm
is gonna be
excited for
fun
it.
to talk
I
about.
can't wait. I know because everybody's got all kinds of different.
Especially when we get past the OT.
Yeah.
when we get to that sequel trilogy. Oh my gosh.
Prequel.
And the prequels too. Prequels.
I'll do the prequels, but I don't know about
Wait
that.
a minute.
Oof, that Force Awakens and the
I know. I'm
era.
saying
I can already see it's
episode
already.
2.
The prequels are terrible.
Oh man.
Episode
Attack of the Clones?
2, man.
2 of the 3 sequels are incredible.
Oh gosh, you guys, we got a couple weeks. We got a couple weeks to do our homework.
Yes.
The only thing you got to do in the next couple of weeks is go watch the original Star Wars. Go watch New Hope in the next 2 weeks. Shane, you've got a bunch of Star Wars books to read, and you got to watch Clone Wars and all of Rebels. But that's all.
Your father used the lights.
You've got plenty of time. You get caught up on
I
that.
will do it.
Austin, final thought on Endgame.
I go.
Amazing.
All right, cool. I
There you
love
have
it.
it.
Corn dog.
I love Frank.
Wow.
I thought it was about the movie, but yeah, amazing movie, amazing way to.
I thought that was
you know,
about
a
Loved Endgame, bro.
Hot
way to
movie.
end.
Hot movie.
Loved Endgame. It's great. That's a great experience that you remember watching that movie with the people that you see it with. It was
Yes.
it was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was-
I remember you
Yeah.
threw popcorn on me or something. You
I
were like-
did.
I remember.
I usually throw popcorn
Or
on people.
Jonathan, I remember the first movie I ever saw. with you
Never
guys,
thrown popcorn at me at the movies.
Captain America:
she's
First
all right
Avenger.
now.
Jonathan threw popcorn all over me.
I mean, like he jumped or something.
Yeah, he jumped. He got nervous.
Yeah.
Jonathan's a jumpy guy. Wow. Guys, we will talk to you soon. We appreciate you
Jumpy guy.
putting up with us and going through all these MCU films one by one. In the next
great
couple of
time.
weeks, we'll be getting into Star Wars Run It Back. We'll be starting with Episode 4, A New Hope. We hope that you take the time to join us. We appreciate you guys. Have a great evening.
Bye.
See you guys.
What is that?
Don't ever do that again.